Morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me clearly. I hope you are excited like I am excited, right? Good morning. So I'll be introducing myself. My name is Damilola Ogungbero. I'm a fashion designer now. Moderating this event, AI Conference 2025. Woo! Supposed to be like a drum roll. Woo! Yeah, it's promised to be a very exciting meeting that you will not leave the same way. There will be something or some things that you definitely go with that you will be able to apply to any area of your life, especially if you're a creative career professional. Is very relatable. So you're in a very good place. And I want you to like be on I do to be distributize your instruction so that you can, give it your best shot. You can even jot down, have your notepad, your pen, just like act as if you are in a room with a lot of people because you are. So I'll quickly be introducing the host of this event. I will tell you his biography, what he does, and after then, the next voice will be his voice. About the host, his name is Tosin Ogungbero. He is a writer, a teacher, coach, and kingdom thinker with prophetic edge for future technology. Since early 23, he has been pioneering the integration of creative, generative, and enterprise, and showing believers how to move from passive tech consumer to spirit-led innovators. Wow. Known for his clarity, depth, and practical wisdom, Tosin carries a mandate to bridge what God is saying with what technology is shaping into. So the AI conference 2025 was battered from a divine prompting in his study time, in his quiet time, positioning him to call the believers into responsible stewardship of AI for kingdom and personal advancement. So very shortly, I'll be calling him up. But before then, I want to quickly tell you what AI has done to me as a business person. I'm a fashion designer. How I own a fashion brand, and for me, I also create content sometimes, and ideas can come up in your mind, and you really want to build on it. In fact, the first place I go to, I will say after God is ChatGPT. I will just, it made it easy to express what's your mind. Beyond typing, you can use the audio like to like say everything in your mind, and it will give you the prompts. So for example, I might be like creating like a collection now, and I'm like, oh, I don't even know the name to name the collection. I don't even know how to position it to the face of people. It's something I can easily hack ChatGPT, and trust me, ChatGPT will give me, if not exactly what I want, and of course there's human mind to like arrange it the way I want it to be, but I will definitely have an idea. So that is what AI is doing. AI is helping us to advance in the place of God, in the place of our industry, and then positioning us to doing what it is now. Do you get? So now we will be playing the videos of the speakers, the people that you'll be seeing, the people that will be coming up to see, that you'll be seeing their faces. So we'll be playing a video of their biography, their profile, so that you have something to relate with. So I have to step aside for a while now, but I will definitely come back. So sit back. If you have popcorn, I don't know if you are still in the morning, you cannot eat popcorn. So sit back. Trust me, you will learn a lot and your life will never remain the same. So, Kacha, the next thing that you'll be seeing now is the video of the profile of the speakers. Enjoy. Bye for now. Now I'll be bringing up the oath. So you'll be seeing it.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hope we are doing fine. Hope we are doing okay. I'm so excited to do this after so many months of planning, hesitation, sometimes doubting, but we are here today and glad we are doing this today. So like our moderator have likely said, Tosin Ogunlero, and I'm a researcher, I'm a writer, I'm a thinker, I'm a strategist in a lot of capacity. I'm a coach too. So to put all these things together. Sorry, the video we wanted to play earlier, there was some English. We will play it later, probably after now. We'll play it later. And we are working on that in the background. So I'm going to be doing a brief introduction to what this AI conference is all about, and I'll be inviting my first speaker, and I'll be doing that right away. So this AI conference, it all started from a place of my quiet time. I'm a believer and I'm a thinker. Before AI came to be, I love to think. I love to play with ideas. I love to I love to think about the impossible. But when AI came, it took everything to a whole new level for me. And it became a serious fascination for me because I still see people around me playing with AI and all that. And when I come in contact with people, I'll be like, do you know about this? Do you know about that? They don't know about it. I'll be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, people that don't even know God are moving very fast. They are making waves with these things, and the only thing you want to do is just to be cool, and you are not even curious about what is around you. You're not curious about the advantages God is placing at your laps. So it baffles me. So I became more like an I became an AI evangelist, evangelizing AI to people. Be like, have you tried this thing out? There are times that one-on-one interaction, I will just be like, come, let me show you something out. And I'll bring out my phone. I'll be showing them a lot. And they'll be amazed. I'll be like, wow, I don't know this. I don't know this is possible. Then there are mindset, there are framework behind it. And and I welcome you to this conference once more. We are going to be learning a lot. We have a lineup of four speakers, including myself. I will not be talking much. I will just be filling the gaps here and there, and I will allow all my speakers to do justice to whatever they want to talk about. They'll be sharing their screens with you. They'll be showing you live demos. Of course, the time we have is short for all we want to achieve. The time we have is short for all we want to achieve. So permit me, sorry, I have a written stuff here. Just permit me to read it. Then I'll I will I will call up my my next I will invite the moderator. Then we'll call up the next speaker to come up. So say welcome to AI Conference 2025. Sincerely, I don't take this lightly. I want to start with this quote. No, we are not starting with the quote or tech prediction, but with a moment of truth. This whole conference, what you're about to experience today, it didn't begin in a Zoom meeting, or a whiteboard strategy session or a marketing campaign. It all started in a quiet time back in April 2025. Just me and God, just just doing. I could remember vividly the first time it occurred to me. I didn't even write it down. I just dismissed it. Like Just one of those thoughts. Then it keep coming back. Then the first bold step I took was writing it on my board. I have like a vision board. I've had it for years. So before AI, it's just like AI, it's just like God, me and my board. So I just write things down and then ideation start from there. So the first thing I did, I wrote it on my board and it came with a divine order, God, man, AI, whereby we go to God to receive direction. We go to God in prayer. God gives you direction. God gives you um, a sense of purpose. God gives you instructions. Then you as the man, you sit with it and you meditate on it. You think about it. You let the instruction God has given you become your revelation. Then you can now go to AI. AI can multiply it for you. AI can multiply it for you. So that's the order. Because I also see people abuse AI. Some people are even replacing AI. It knows a lot. The AI has a lot of intelligence. Does not mean it should replace God or it should replace your mind. Since I started using AI has 10x everything I'm doing. Accelerated, it has accelerated me, it has accelerated my effort, it has multiplied everything I do. So, and I always tell people, technology is an amplifier, AI is an amplifier. If somebody is stupid, AI will man, it will only amplify the stupidity. So if somebody is already intelligent, AI will only amplify their intelligence. So I love wisdom, I love ideas, I love knowledge. Long before AI came. So AI coming, it was just like a miracle fell on my laps. I don't have to be going about looking for knowledge. I can create my own knowledge just with the right questions, with the right prompts, with the right curiosity. I can know so much just within some prompts. So that is what it took my Bible study to a whole new level. I can conceptualize scriptures. I can give it an image. For instance, I'm going to share this story with you. There was a time I was reading the book of Gideon. Story of Gideon and the selection of is the selection of the 300 men that went with him to battle. No, and when the Bible says God gave an instruction that he should choose the people that drink water without lapping, without dropping their guard. The people that lap with their tongue like a dog. So I wanted like a image depiction of that scripture. I just took the scripture. I just took it to ChatGPT, like generate an image of this scripture for me, and it gave me a vivid image. That means you can be reading the story of David and Goliath, and you can if you want a conceptual, like a image depiction of whatever is going on, you can have it. You can have it. So it makes so I so I use AI like that. I use it to play, and I have friends around me that like all the people that is going to be talking with you, they are all my friends. They are all using AI for amazing things. Someday somebody just shared an idea with me. Somebody just shared an idea with me, and I'm not going to share what that idea is. I'm not going to share what that idea is. I just feel like the idea, and I just feel like, wow, this is incredible. And the thing is, the idea was made possible because there are tools that can to create almost anything. So so in continuation, so um in that moment I had a not with my spirit that God man, and so the divine order came to me, God man, yeah.
So it's a divine sequence. It's an order. I mean, even though technology is becoming more powerful, it's a point in time that technology replaced God in your life. There should never be a point. So, but that is one extreme is that technology can replace God in your life. Another extreme is that you disregard it entirely. What this conference is all about is we are finding a middle ground. We are finding the sequence, the divine order, whereby AI can come next, and God first, you as a human being, then AI last. You get? So that is the divine order God is establishing for us. So you see, we are living a where AI is becoming everything to everyone. But as believers, AI must never be our first contact. It must never be our first point of contact. We don't consult machines for direction before we consult God. That is an abomination. AI should never become another idol to us. AI should never become another idol to us. So we don't outsource the voice of the spirit to chat box. You get? When life is on our door, on our doorstep, we go to the Father, we shut out the noise, and that's exactly what I do. I don't we shut out the noise, we wait, we receive. Only then we rise as men, and only then do we engage here. Thank you. I'm going to bring back the moderator while we we invite our first speaker for today.
Thank you. So I'm bringing up the first speaker now. Biography. And now I will get him blushing. Okay. So our first speaker, his name is Adeshino Olariwaju. So his biography reads, he's an healthcare professional and digital health leader, passionate about using innovation to drive better health outcomes. Managing national health programs across Africa. He specialized in health service management, digital transformation, AI, data powered mobile app that uses machine learning and computer vision to analyze urine test results for early detection and make innovation and new ideas at intersection of technology and care. So we can easily call him Dr. Addition Olariwaju. So what you'll be hearing now is his voice.
Hello, everyone. I don't know people enough. Okay, so my name is Olariwaju, like our host rightly said, and yeah, I have so much interest in IT and AI, and I think one of the things that make AI interesting is that it really amplifies the creativity that sits within an individual. And that's the beauty of AI. And like Tosin, the host, rightly said, really amplify the personality of the person using the tool. So if you are an excellent person, it will amplify your excellence much more. And that's basically how it is for whatever field that you find yourself. A banker, AI can amplify your skill much more with all the fintech that is growing in Nigeria. and delivery companies that is growing in Nigeria and all of that, what some of the technology tools are doing is that they're amplifying people's ability, people's creativity, what people have in their head. That's what AI is basically amplifying, or technology is amplifying generally. Now, I think when we talk about AI, people tend to think more around maybe AI is something spectacular, something out of the blues. But AI is just in consonance with, when you use technology, like when phone was newly introduced, it looks like an angel that dropped from heaven. But much more than that, we discovered that as people began to enter AI on a daily basis, begins to then, I remember when WW was introduced, the church demonized it and say it is a sign of 666. I remember a church that I used to be associated to at the time, was propagating the fact that the end time was near, and that WW is an indication that the world will be over in a couple of years. But we're still here, the world has not ended, and technology has even gone further. And so is AI. There is a lot of preachings in church, especially within the church circle. There is a lot of restriction, right, around people finding it difficult to embrace technology, finding it difficult to trust AI and all of that. But my goal today is to see how I can not persuade you to use AI, but show you what AI can do and what it's possible. I hoping that the host would help me share my screen, my slide. I'm trying to share from here, but if you can just share it from here, that would be perfect. But I can follow my slide from here. Speaking on the topic at tagged staying relevant in healthcare in an AI era, how to serve, how to live as AI transform healthcare. So I'll be speaking more within the scope of healthcare. So I'll start with a vivid question that someone asked me a couple of weeks ago, and say that with the current trend in AI, I hope we are not fighting God or doing something that is anti-God as we try to use AI for everything, depend on AI for everything, try to incorporate AI into everything. Hope the creation is not fighting the creation. That was a question that someone asked. And a response that someone else gave to this question was the fact that God definitely cannot be angry the fact that we are being creative, especially with the introduction of AI. Rather, God would even be angry with the fact that we've been undermining the potential that He gave mankind all these years. And how do I mean? In Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, scripture talks about the fact that God formed man. God made man out of his own likeness. Gave him authority over everything, gave him the earth and told him to dominate the earth. But all the while, from when Adam fell up to this moment, there's been a lot of difficulty for mankind, such that mankind struggles, to the earth has dominated man much more than man had dominated the earth. But by time, it has given mankind ability to even maximize the earth much more, even dominates the earth much more. You know, one of the video that they're talking about the fact that in a couple of years, AI would help to even be able to solve health issues like cancer, such be cancer any longer. There won't be a disease that mankind will not be able to suppress. And this will be possible by by maximizing AI as a tool that God has given unto mankind. And another question to ask is, how did AI came about? Where did the knowledge of AI come from? Who gave the knowledge of AI? You know, some people might say, well, the people that made AI, they are not even believers. Yeah, that's quite right. Right. Where did they get the knowledge from? I believe I'm speaking to believers on this screen. Right. Scripture tells us that there is no knowledge that comes on earth that does not come from above. So every knowledge that exists comes from above. So the question would then be, why did the knowledge go to the unbeliever and not to the believer? That would have been a better question to ask too when you read the book of Genesis, chapter 30, there about when Joseph was sent to Egypt. And of all the countries on earth, it was only Egypt that God revealed to that there was going to be drought, there was going to be famine for 7 years. God revealed it to Pharaoh. God did not reveal it to Jacob. He did not reveal it to other kings in other continents, in other countries of the world. But God entrusted the preservation of the whole world into the hands of a king that does not even know God, that does not even believe in God. Why would God do that? And that same king that God gave that idea led to the preservation of Jacob and his family and his household. So God gave idea to an unbeliever to even preserve the believers. Why would God do that? If God had given Jacob preserve the whole world, have the capacity to do that. That we need to begin to ask before we find how knowledge came. Regardless, God would send knowledge, God will send deliverance to God's people. It does not have to come exactly from believers. It can come from even unbelievers. Now, to answer why Pharaoh was the one that God chose, for the saving of the world, it was basically because Egypt at the time was the only country that had capacity and that had the skill set and the technology to manage what God would do to preserve the earth. And that's why he went to Pharaoh. And that's the same case in this age and time, such that even though there is a move of God on the earth, there is a move of knowledge, of wisdom that would save people from every day. God had to find men that he would impart his knowledge into. And then AI came. All right, so I would also give a story and help us see, give us some form of imagination. And I want us to really imagine that AI being a tool that help to detect cancer or in a or on special. Technology isn't perfect, but it is real and it is growing fast. I'll give you a good scenario. When I was working in OETHC in Ife at the time, there are quite a lot of remote villages in Ife, in almost every state. But you would rarely find medical practitioners that want to go stay in some of those villages. And people in these villages have health issues. And nobody, even a young graduate of medicine, does not even want to go to the village. But AI can go anywhere, and AI can help solve some of their needs. And that's why we need AI. That's why we need the knowledge of AI as a people, as health practitioners, as professionals for every field that we find ourselves. So, how is AI already shaping the world? There is already diagnostics excellence in iDoc AI that helps radiologists to prioritize critical cases and to be able to approve diabetic retinopathy screening without human interpretation that is required at all. There are flow optimization, that can streamline clinical workflows for better AI robotics that could operation in 30 minutes, something that could take human as 7 hours to complete, and with error to it. But again, how then do we redefine relevance in this age and time of AI? Now, one thing that can help us as a people to be relevant in this age and time of AI, rather than fight AI, we should think of how can we make ourselves relevant, the scope of things. Because whether we fight it or not, it's going. And like I said earlier, how that when technology was first introduced, when WW was first introduced, the church fight it, the Christian body fight it. Technology to communicate via Zoom. We are using technology via WhatsApp. We are using technology virtual. Almost every church, every denomination has a website, has an Instagram handle, run ads and all kinds of things. Many people that were left behind lost their job back in the days. Many people will also lose their job in this age and time of AI if they chose not to create a niche for themselves to stay relevant rather within the scope of things. And I was speaking relevance within the context of health and AI. And one of the most important ways for us to actually stay relevant within AI and health is to look at, for speaking about health personnel, your domain expertise, and look at certain services that especially work that has to do with, that is quite monotonous. So we still need kind of medicine, patient context and social determinants. But the gap that AI can see, in that we need to understand how models work. What are the limitations of AI? When can we trust AI? When can we ignore AI? We need to know enough data science to partner with AI team. We need to be able to get outputs. AI will produce results, but we still need human to be able to validate these results before it can be accepted. So there is still a lot of place for mankind, even with the introduction of AI into technology. Algorithm may also flag something, but human must be able to decide, to be able to contextualize and weigh trade-off. Okay, say for instance, a scan is being examined by AI, and AI point out an indication of maybe a particular virus based on the image on the scan, there will still be need for human being to verify the authenticity of the assertion. So, but people that will be consulted will be people that have a good knowledge of AI and medicine. That way, it gives people an edge. People would naturally come to you because they know you have not just knowledge of medicine, knowledge of and how it works, how it processes data, how it even comes to conclusion. Another aspect, another domain aspect that we can also stay relevant is in the area of ethics and equity. You know, there was an issue that happened quite some time ago within the UK border, such that they built a second people when gay, such that they don't have to do physical. So them using mostly white data. And what happened is that a lot of us were sent back home to Nigeria, to Africa generally, because the AI system flagged them with something that they know nothing about. And the reason that was used to that AI was mostly white image. So the AI does not recognize black. So these are also areas where we can stay. When any AI tool is going to be trained, it will be trained with data that has been collected. A medical practitioner that has a good knowledge of data ethics, that have a good knowledge of data would be relevant. The person will be consulted to help them map out accurate data that can help to cut out biases, that can help to factor in vulnerable groups so that vulnerable groups will not be harmed, that can advocate for responsible deployment, how this AI tool should be deployed. So these are some of the areas where we can stay relevant as medical practitioners and as a people. Even though you are not a medical person, you can begin to conceptualize issues, problems that you see within the healthcare sector, and approach medical practitioner with your knowledge of AI and how you think AI can help to alleviate some of the issues. Again, within change leadership and innovation, we also need people to help to lead adoption of AI technology. There is a lot of restriction out there against technology, and especially in Africa, and that's why it looks like Africa is really backward in the adoption of technology. Not just Africa, even in the UK and in the developed world, there is a lot of restriction against AI adoption. So we need people with sound, in-depth knowledge of AI that can help to promote adoption, to be able to, take away the fears and doubts in people's mind so that people can trust AI much more. I'll move on to the next slide, which is practical step and roadmap for individuals. Now, what are the things that individuals can do that can help them achieve or get some basic skills that they need to be relevant? And one of such is to run a self-assessment or awareness. Evaluate your current strengths, your current skills. Look at your domain expertise. Look at the skills that you have. What do you think is lacking? What can you do to stay current? All right. And because of time, I would just to run through, I would jump my slide to the last slide, which is my call to action. And is to say that imagine a world where a remote clinic have AI tools to detect early disease inexpensively, where clinician burnout is lower because administrative load is minimal, where underserved populations can get early diagnostic, where treatments are personalized, not generic, where human care is amplified and not displaced. That world requires people like me and you, our domain experts with heart and value for people, people who can guide, and people that can innovate. That is the people that the world is looking for in this age and time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Larry. Please, can we clap? Can we applaud Mr. Larry for that insightful section? It was very insightful. Thank you so much. I hope you were able to jot one or two things from the last section. I want to highlight one of the things that Mr. Larry said, which was, if you're an healthcare professional or an individual passionate about his or her health, you need to hear this. You need to hear that everything Mr. Larry said is powerful and is needed for everyday use, especially if you're a healthcare professional, if you're a doctor, a nurse, a pharmacist, and if you prioritize your health, everything is said is very, very profound. Thank you once again, Mr. Olariwaju, Dr. Larry. So up next is our next speaker. Are you ready? Are you ready to hear another voice? This person is not just a speaker. She's very passionate about one subject that is very relatable for every individual, especially if you are, progressing into adulthood and you are planning to marry, planning to have children. This section is for you. So I'll be reading her biography now. She's the only woman standing among our guests, our speakers. Please, before I read the biography, just clap for this woman. You are a strong woman, although I'm here to shy, but I'm not shy speaker. But so now I'll be reading our biography. Her name is Adewuyi Abimbola. She's an author, a professional ghostwriter, an editor with passion for helping others tell their story with authenticity and excellence. She's an author of 2 books on parenting. The first one is Things No One Told You About Motherhood. Wow. And the other one is Raising Them, Growing You. Wow. Even hearing the name of the book shows how powerful the book is. She draws from her personal journey as a mother to equip parents for raising well-rounded children in digital age. Bimbo blends biblical wisdom with practical insights. She speaks on AI, how AI can serve families through devotion, planning, learning tools, and healthy digital boundaries, while also exploring its role in modern authorship and ghostwriting kingdom assignments. Our work reflects our commitment to building legacies rooted in wisdom, purpose, and lasting values. Wow, such a biography. I can't wait to hear her voice, and please welcome with me, Mrs. Abimbola Adewuyi. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me and we can see me. Thank you to our host. Thank you to our co-host. Thank you so much. It's really an honor to be here. When I saw the lineup of speakers, I'm like, okay. And like you said, I am the only woman standing. So yeah, we are here and we are talking about God plus man plus AI. All right, and we have heard about healthcare, AI and healthcare from our first. Okay. All right. I'll be talking about intentional parenting in the digital age. Intentional parenting in the digital age. Okay. I'm just going to go right into it. Okay. All right. Okay. Parenting is not what we used to know it to be anymore. Parenting has changed. Parenting has shifted. And AI has come to stay. That's one thing you should know. AI has come to stay. Artificial intelligence, technology, internet, it's here. Before, it used to be, well, our forefathers, our parents, they used to say it was the box of the devil. But not anymore, because it is like the highlight of parenting now. It is parenting has changed, parenting has shifted, parenting has evolved. And if you don't evolve as an individual, if you don't evolve as a parent, then your children are going to leave you behind. Anyone who knows me knows I talk about intentional parenting. And someone once told me that you and this your intentional parenting. I said that's just life. That's how parenting is supposed to be. That's how your life is supposed to be. Intentional parenting is not a cliche, so to say. Like, okay, some people are doing intentional parenting. Anyhow, intentional parenting is anyhow parenting. You're just going to do it as it comes. And your children are going to learn. Whether they learn from you or they learn from an outsider, they're going to learn. And it is better they learn it from you so that you can tell them what you really want them to know and what they are really supposed to know, not the perverse version. Because if you don't tell them the truth, somebody else is going to tell them a lie. And they're going to believe that lie because nothing came from you. All right? The Bible says in Proverbs 22:6, it's a common scripture, start your children off on the way they should go. And when they are old, they will not depart from it. It is what you teach your children right from when they are young, right from when they are a baby. Yes, let's just start from there. Not when, okay, now my child is a teenager. How do I start? Where do I start from? And all that. It is from when they are young. That's when you should start from. And when you have taught them from when they are young, then they will go on with it. They are old and they will not depart from all these things. And your children will still go astray. No, that's not what the Bible said. This is it is God plus man plus AI. That's not what the Bible said. The Bible said, train up your children in the way they should go, and they will not depart from it when they are old. So it is not for you to say, hey, you can do everything and your children will sit on our back. No, not my own children. It is what you're saying that you will get, not my own children. Okay. And you're going to pardon my voice because I've just recovered from cold. All right. So AI is not taking over your parenting, just like our host said, that AI is not supposed to take over your life. It's not supposed to take over Holy Spirit from you. So AI is not supposed to take over parenting from you. It is only going to assist you. It is supposed to assist you to help you. It's supposed to be a tool to assist you, not that you are leaving your children in the hands of AI. AI is not a presence. It's not going to fill your children with the presence that they need. Yes, technology has changed, AI has changed, but what your children need has not changed. They still need your presence, they still need your guidance, they still need your love. And no matter the age of your children, no matter what age they get to, they will still need your presence. People might say, hey, okay, my child is a teenager, she doesn't need me anymore, especially in this environment where we are. You read, okay, when your children are 18, they can do anything they want, they don't need you anymore. It's not so. Children still need you. It is parents that think they don't need them anymore. Or in the worst case, parents don't know what the children need. So apparently they think, okay, my child does not need me. And that's because you don't know what your children need. So they're going to get it from somewhere else. If they're not getting advice from you, they're getting it from somewhere else or from something else, AI. Because your children know more than you think they know. That's one thing. Your children know more than you think they know. Everything they are being taught in school is powered by AI. Some will even give your children homework and they have to do it on the screen. So it is no more about, okay, we have to keep our children from screen. Yes. Yes, we have to keep little children from screen so they don't get addicted to it. But you have to teach them how to use it best, how to use it better. Because they are going to use it one way or the other. You don't give your teenager a phone, they are going to get it from their classmates who does. They are going to get it from other adults. There are other adults in the lives of your children, and they are going to get it from them. They are going to get advice from them. And there's something called the law of first mention. And it says the first person that your child hears something from will be the rule, will be the guide by which they follow through. Let's say, for instance, you have a 5-year-old and you've never told the child about sex. Yes. It's a big topic for parents. How do I start sex conversation with my children? But if you have a 4-5-year-old and you have not started sex conversation, let me just tell you that you are running late. And you should get on it right now. Okay, so we are not talking about that, but I was going to explain the law of first mention, which says the first person who mentions a thing to your child is who they will always go to when they have questions. So if you're the first person who is mentioning sex to your children, who is mentioning AI to your children, when they have questions, when they see something contrary from what you have told them, they will come back to you to ask questions. But if you're not the one who told them about it, they will go back to the person who first told them. Because obviously they will think my mom doesn't know, my dad doesn't know about it. Why should I ask? Okay. So everything our children are doing these days, even their toys are powered by AI. There's a toy which I've seen online that can talk back to your child. Your child will ask a question, I will talk back to them. That's AI. So even while you're keeping your children away from screen, while you're putting fear in them about screen, about AI, even from the toys you get from them, for them, they are still going to go into it. So whether you introduce it to them or not, or you introduce the right thing to them, you have to choose one. Okay. So intentional parenting is not, like I said earlier, it's not a cliche. It's not what some people just do, decide to do, like, I'm going to do parenting, I'm going to just raise my children how best I know. No, that's not what we are doing anymore. We have left you behind, since we have left you in the stone age. Yes, because we are now in the digital age. We are raising our children intentionally. We are intentional about our lives, and we are also intentional about our children. So it's not you telling your children that AI is AI is the devil. Like you cannot say AI is the devil. No, it is for you to teach them and train them how to use it responsibly. Because your children will, like I said, they will know about it, whether you tell them or not. There are a lot of things you know today that it's not your parents who taught you. And maybe when you're having a conversation, like, where did you hear that from? Or even some of us have little children and you have not, you've never mentioned this in your home, but they are going to school, they are relating with people. So they are going to hear it some way, somehow. So it is not for you to tell your children that AI is dangerous or you can never use it. It is for you to teach them, how can this AI help me grow in my life, in my physical life, in my education? How can this tool help me? I was in a conversation with a parent the other day, and she told me that okay, we were in a conference together. She was a speaker as well, and she told me that a 6-year-old designed her slides. 6-year-old, what can a 6-year-old do, please? A 6-year-old used Canva to design her slides. So it is not that we are not more in the age of telling you not to give your children a phone, not to expose them to screen. Of course, yes, you still have to caution how they use it and all, but we are in the age of you teaching them, showing them, if you cannot teach them. I have a 3-year-old, and she was taking some pictures the other day. You say, Mommy, say cheese. And she took the pictures, and it was really nice. If I posted it online and didn't mention it, nobody would know she was the one who took the pictures. So we're starting from there. She doesn't have a personal phone, yes, but she can use my phone. She can use her laptop. By the time she's 5, 6, we are going to expose her to Canva, to whatever AI is available by then, whatever tools is available by then. Because your children, they are curious. Children are, especially children of these days, they are very curious. They want to know everything. And they're creative. Just show them one thing once and they get it. You are the ones, it is we parents, we limit our children to how much they can learn, how much they can understand. We'll say, oh, my child is too young, he cannot understand that. These days we have children singing songs from A to Z. Well, they will put their own versions into it, but they know the song and they are singing it from A to Z. So why do you think they can't understand the Bible? Why do you think they can't understand any tools you teach them? Why do you think they can't understand pianos, keyboard, whatever it is they want to learn? If you have observed your child and you see that this child likes to write, likes to draw, then look for the tool and teach them as soon as they're able to comprehend it. Teach them how to use a laptop, teach them how to use Canva, how to design, how to even make their own storybooks. We have children authors these days. Most of them do the designs themselves, or maybe they come up with the concepts and then an editor takes it up for them. We are plenty behind. Sorry to say. So if you're a Christian, then we are saying God plus man plus AI. That's God plus parents plus AI. And that is how the progression should be. God first, then you the parents, and the AI has it too. Because AI is not going to replace you. It is not going to replace your presence with your child. It is just going to give you the knowledge to go through it. But the other day I was, I attended a sex education course. And well, of course, everything they were saying, I understood. And for how to start from when your child are 2 years, 3 years and above. And then, okay, after everything, I just went to ChatGPT and I said, how do I start sex conversation with a 2-year-old? My daughter was 2 then. How to start sex conversation with a 2-year-old. And it gave me a breakdown of a 30 days conversation to have with a 2-year-old to explain sex to them in the way they can understand. I could never be able to know that if not for AI. But it is not AI that will teach my child. I am still the one that will implement it. So if you don't even know if you don't know the right prompts to give and to get anything. So it is even smart people that are using AI. It is not that AI is taking over people's smartness. No, you have to even be smart to use AI. You have to have something upstairs to use AI. So the conversation we are having today is, how can I use AI to better my parenting journey? How can I use AI to raise my children well in this digital age, like we say? Some person, oh my God, and say, I don't know AI, I don't know it, but I want my children to know it. So what do I do? You don't need to know everything. You don't need to know everything there is about AI. You just have to show your children how to best use it for themselves. Once you show them one thing, be ready for other things. Or you register them for courses online. There's no saying, you have no excuse. You have no excuse at all. You have no excuse because technology will keep improving. Let's say you teach your child Canva today, or you teach them whatever AI they have today, you teach them today. By tomorrow, there is more. And you're like, oh my God, I've not touched my child this once. Well, of course, for every parent, it still comes to us that, what if there are some things I never teach my child? The basis is to start from where you are. Start from what you have. Start with what you have. Start with the child you have. I will always say, parent the child you have, not the child you wish to have or the pray to have. Because I'm saying all these things now. I'm saying a 6-year-old could design slides, and then you have, say, a 12-year-old, and you're like, Oh yeah, come. They say 6-year design slide. Oh yeah, come and start. Yeah, come. They say 6-year-old can design slide. Oh yeah, come and start doing it. No, that's not what we are talking about. What we are saying is start from where you are. No matter where you are, you can start. Even if you have an 18-year-old, you can start from where you are. So it is about you parenting the child you have with what you have right now. And you keep gaining knowledge, keep increasing in knowledge, there are games for parents of boys. There are games today that I heard of some games in a training the other day, and I was like, oh my God. And you will be like, oh, my child is just playing a game. You don't know what they are doing on the games. They are introducing things that you would never imagine. Games. Through innocent games. We played games when we were younger. But that's not what technology is these days. That's not what it is anymore. They have improved. They have gone past you. They have gone past you saying my child is just playing a game on the internet or on the laptop. You're not going to give your child a laptop that you don't have access to. You're not just going to just leave them. You're going to create a structure for them to follow through. So what we are saying is not that you take it away from them. It is that you caution, it is that you structure, it is that you give them what to do with it. If you give a child a knife and you don't tell the child what to do with the knife, they can cut themselves. They can even kill themselves with it. So you're going to give them, but you're going to show them how to use it. You're going to show them what to do with it. That's what we're talking about today. Technology is changing, but your relationship with your child, your presence with your child is not changing. It's still going to be based on love, on trust, on presence, on guidance. That's what will help them. That's what we anchor them, your family values. That your child will know that, okay, I have a phone now, but I know what I cannot put online. I know what I cannot do with it. Because my mom has taught me this and that. It's not that you have told them point blank that no, you cannot tell your children point blank of everything they can do with a phone. There's no how you would do. You cannot just, there's no how. But you can give them a family value. You can give them a structure. You can give them what to do with it. And then they know, okay, my pastor will always say, know the truth so much, such that when a lie comes, So you don't know how the lie that will come tomorrow. You don't know how the lies that will come with AI tomorrow. But you can tell your child the truth now. And then when they see a lie, they know, no, this is different from the truth I know. So they know, okay, no, this is not part of what we are talking about. So I'm rounding off. And I'm just going to say, okay, yeah, again. The other day I was looking for a devotion for my daughter online, and I couldn't find anyone that I could go with. And I went to AI. I want to start, I need a 30 days devotional for my daughter. And that's what I'm using right now. That's what I'm using right now. AI can do so much for you if you know how to use it. AI can give you scriptures, but it is not going to read the scriptures for you. I don't think, yes, AI should not take over your place of personal research, of study. But when you have done your study and you need something to back it up, you can go to AI and say, okay, I'm studying on faith. I'm studying on honesty. I'm teaching my child honesty, and I need some scriptural basis and all. And it will give you examples of Joseph. It will give you examples of David. And it will come up with the scriptures for you. I don't think it really matters where the scriptures come from once it is the word of God. So, and then you go back to your Bible, and you still have to go back to your Bible anyway. So what are we talking about? You still have to call your child and talk one-on-one and give them the knowledge that you have acquired from AI. So what are we talking about? So AI is here to assist you. AI is here to help you. AI is here to increase your knowledge on what is going on in the digital age. You cannot parent the way you were parented. You did not turn out right Yes, don't tell me you turned out right. You did not. You did not turn out okay at all. And even if you did, the way our parents parented us is not the world we are living in right now. The world they trained us for has passed. Old things have gone away. And there are new things now. There's a new world entirely now. There's a world of AI now. So you have to improve your knowledge. You have to improve your knowledge on AI to be able to even parent your child right. So in conclusion, I would just say AI is here to stay. AI is here to bring knowledge for you, but only God can give you the wisdom to apply the knowledge. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. So if you don't even have the wisdom, if you just have the information from AI, there's nothing you can do with it. AI can give you structure. AI can give you all things, but you're still the one as a parent that will provide the present for your child. You're still the one that will bring the application to your child. AI can assist in your parenting, but it should not replace you as a parent. Like we said, screen should not replace you as a parent. A screen should not be your nanny. So intentional parenting in the age of AI is not it's not about the one who knows the latest AI that's coming up. It's not about the one who gives their child the latest phone. It's about the one who knows how to teach their child, how to pass on values to their children, how to model what they want their children to know. Your children will hear what you're doing more than what you're saying. Yes, I said it right. They will hear what you're doing more than what you're saying. Because if you're saying, okay, don't focus on TV too much, and you're there, you're watching screen for 12 hours, and you're telling your child to go and read their books, they're not going to read their books. They are going to model what you're doing, whether behind you or somewhere else, they're going to model it. So we are not giving our children over to machines. We're not giving our children over to AI. But we are intentionally helping them, shaping them for the future of AI. So that when that future comes, because now we are just seeing the tip of the iceberg with AI anyway. When our children are grown, this is not what we're going to be talking about. AI would have gone past what we are talking about now. So we are teaching them now that even with what you have, it should not take over. You should not take over present from you. It should not take over life from you. So you still have to balance it with outdoor activities, with your presence for your children, not just handing over AI to them and just leaving them to it. You will not give your 13-year-old a car when you know they cannot drive. You're going to kill them. So let's raise our children well with God's wisdom and shaped with AI, shaped with technology. And I pray that God will help us as we raise our children right in the digital age in Jesus' name. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you to our hosts. Thank you to our moderators and the other speakers. I will hand it back to our moderator.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Abimbola Adewiyi. Thank you. That was very insightful. Yes. So I just want to highlight some things that I learned from what she said, and I believe your notepad should have been filled with a lot of lessons by now. One of the things I learned is the law of first mention. Yeah. Even if you don't know everything as a parent, there are some things that your children should hear from you first, not from outside, because at that point they might not trust you with certain informations again, because they'll be like, my parents never, they don't know, so why will I ask them? So as a parent, we have to keep evolving with time. Like as time is evolving, that's why this section is very important. AI, before we don't use AI, but now we are using. Don't trust me. There are a lot of people that they don't know what ChatGPT is all about. But as a parent, you don't have excuse for your children. And that's what I learned is parents, the child you have now, not the one you wish to have. AI is for smart people, not to steal smartness from people. So now we'll play a video before the next speaker comes up. So the next thing that you'll be seeing now is a video, a short video. Then we'll bring up the next speaker. Don't go anywhere. Stay connected.
So we'll be bringing up our next speaker. His name is Oyewusi Adesoji. He's my very good friend, and he's doing crazy thing with AI. So later on, Mr. Pippen can come up. Mr. Pippen is a marketing group. He's been in the marketing niche since 2019. So they will come up later. So we're going to be bringing up Mr. Soji Oyewusi. He's a tech genius. The guy is doing amazing things with tech. So we're going to be playing a short video about him, and then we'll bring him up.
Innovation meets impact in the work of our next moderator. Adesoji Oyewusi is a senior product designer and founder of Revive Tech, where he trains and mentors the next generation of designers. As the lead at Revive Tech Studio, he has built impactful digital products across fintech, health tech, and education, ranging from HMO health apps to cross-border payment platforms. With expertise in UI/UX, branding, and product strategy, Soji is passionate about creating solutions that blend design, business, and technology for real-world change. Please welcome Adesoji Oyewusi.
Thank you very much. This is intro Lagbara. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Adesoji Oyewusi. I'm a product designer and an AI enthusiast. Please mic check. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me? And Dosi, can I get confirmation that I'm audible?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Can somebody on YouTube wave your hand if you can hear me? Can I get a wave of hand if you can hear me, if you can see me, if I'm audible, if I'm clear, before we get right into it? Okay. All right, let's proceed. Artificial intelligence. I'm sure everybody has heard one or two things about artificial intelligence. Kudos to the moderators, kudos to the hosts of this great event, Mr. Tosin, for bringing up this topic and for setting up this initiative and for deeming me worthy to be a speaker at this event. I've learned a great deal from the last two speakers. I know them personally, so what you heard is just little from what they have to offer. You should follow up on them and get to know them better. There's a lot of value from everything they have shared, much more than they were not able to say. All right, I have a limited time and I don't want to talk too long. I just want to show you amazing things that you can do with AI right now. Things that were impossible before now, things that were unattainable. One of my friends said that I am an idea person. Idea core, no execution. Sunday, I'm talking to you. Idea core, no execution. But how do you execute when you don't have the right tools to help you to execute? How do you execute when you are limited by a lot of things, by finances, by knowledge, by opportunity? Right? So when AI came on board, it leveled the playing field for everybody. Everybody can now achieve their dreams. Everybody can now become more productive. All the ideas you had that you thought were unattainable, now you have a platform that can assist you to get there, fulfill your dreams and everything. So for many of us, our initial interaction with AI, if you can remember, let me jog our memory, was this particular app that came out some years ago called Face App. That app that swaps your face, makes you older, makes you younger. Then it was widespread. People were downloading it. Excuse me. They got millions of downloads in a very short while. People were so amazed at how good
that application was. Convert your face to an older version of yourself, a younger version, and it blew people's mind. It was trending online. People were putting up their images, all kinds of things were being spread until people began to bring up speculations that, okay, these images that we are feeding this AI, what are they doing with it? Right? And trust Nigerians, we are always paranoid. Even when you have no data, you are still seeing that. They are stealing our data. They are stealing our data. Anyway, that was our first initial interaction with AI. But today, the world AI has gone beyond all these pedestal things that we can do with it. Today, we can do so much with it. Now, when you are in a conference like this, what you share is determined by the kind of audience that you are going to be, that is present. For example, if this was a conference for people in business, in corporate sector, what you are going to hear is going to be different. A friend of mine hosted was a panel speaker in an AI conference a couple of weeks ago, and the people that were there were business owners, business executives in the corporate sector. So the kind of things you hear is going to be quite different because artificial intelligence is industry specific, is sector specific. So it depends on what you decide to do with it. It depends on what sector you are in and what needs you have and what problem you are trying to solve. That will determine what aspect of artificial intelligence you are going to deploy or what you are going to use that for. All right. So I'll be speaking from perspective of the technology aspect of things and then the creative part of things. So if you are here listening to me and you are a creative, you are a scriptwriter, you are a content creator, social media manager, you are an artist, graphics designer, you are a songwriter, interview, in the creative sector, please, I want you to drop it in the comment section on Zoom, on YouTube right now. Tell me I want to know what kind of audience I have right now. Then if you're in technology, if you're a product designer, you are a front-end developer, back-end, what have you, type it in the comment section right now. Also, this is a way to know that you're following along with this session. All right. And I think then gather your questions and then we can hit the ball rolling. All right. So, first things first, as a Christian, what can you do with AI? What can you do with artificial intelligence? How can it assist you? How can it help you to become more productive, to understand more, give you more understanding? At every point in time, you must use technology to your advantage. Don't allow technology define itself to you. You place a definition on technology. You determine what you do with technology. All right. Technology is not a sentient being that can make decisions and take over the world and rule your life. You determine what you do with it. So any scare, any commentary, any conspiracy theory that is being propounded about it, you determine what you do with it. Just like your phone. You can determine what to do with your phone. You can determine to do something wrong or something right. It's all up to you. The ball is in your court. It's in your hands, right? I have decided to make money with the AI. You can determine what you want to do with your own, but I determined that I'm going to make money with AI, and to go with the glory, I started on that journey. Okay, let me talk to fashion designers, fashion enthusiasts. You are in the fashion sector, for example. How can you leverage artificial intelligence to your advantage? I put up a stunt a while ago. I used some AI tools, Gemini, to generate an image. My wife is big in fashion, so apart from her corporate work, fashion is also an interest. So, okay, let me quickly add this. You don't need to stop what you are doing now and say, let me quit my job, let me face AI. Don't do that. You don't need to go and learn artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence is not just one thing. AI that we throw around, it is not just one thing that, okay, this is AI. AI is in a lot of things and it's quite technical. And to God who made me, I do not want to bore you with all those technical details, right? Let's just go straight to the point and what is important to you. Let's not waste your time. You're a fashion person. You don't need to leave what you're doing. Like I was talking about that. You can integrate artificial intelligence into what you are doing. Okay, you can add it to what you are doing to facilitate your work, to make it better. Don't quit your job. Please don't do that. Don't quit your job to say you want to go and learn AI. Integrate it to what you are doing right now. If you're a teacher, oh my God, if you're a teacher, integrate artificial intelligence into what you are doing. If you are a content creator, integrate it to what you are doing. If you are a graphics artist, integrate it to what you are doing. Okay. So I pulled up a stunt. Let me share my screen. I hope I can do that. Okay, I think I can. Just 1 minute. Pull up my screen right now. I want to show you some things so you can see. As a fashion person, or as a content person, as a person in the creative sector, I have built some AI agents. I've built some automations. I've built certain things that makes my work faster, that gives me opportunity, that saves me time. And I'll be sharing that with you right now. Okay, I have the image. So you will tell me if you recognize the person in that image. Because I got a lot of you talking. And the question was, how did you do it? How did you do it? I'll show you right now. Okay, just taking a bit of time. Okay, you know what? Let's just do this. All right, sharing my screen now. Figma, where's Figma? Please let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, everybody? Everybody, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
People on YouTube, can you see my screen? Please type in the comments. Can you see my screen? Okay. I appreciate if you can drop a comment just to be sure that you're following. All right. If you recognize the person in this image, can you type the person's name in the comment section? What? Okay. Type the person's name. Who is this personality? Who is this? On blue, there's a person on Ashoke. This Ashoke blue. Blue Ashoke. You can type in the comment section who that person is. So my wife made a dress and we sold it to her. Okay. So I woke up one morning, I felt like, okay, what can I do? What creative thing can I do to sell a product, to market what my wife has made? This piece of beautiful fashion accessory that she has created. How can I market this in the non-conventional way that will drive sales and raise curiosity and interest? Beyond just posting a picture, how can I get people's attention? And I thought about it. Okay, can I put this dress on someone else and then see what happens? I did that. I went to look for a Beyonce's picture and I wrote a very good prompt. And here we have it. I put the clothes on Beyonce, changed the color, and when I posted this, I got a lot of reactions. And do you know that this single image you're looking at right now, this single image, the amount of orders that was placed, my wife has gotten more than 7 orders for this attire because of this stunt I pulled. I've gotten several orders, and there are still some that are coming in because I thought of, okay, what can I do to push her business? Naturally, the person that have done something like this for me is maybe a graphics designer that will use Photoshop and build this. This will have taken a lot of time to make. This will have taken, I'll have paid lots of money for it. And I did this in under, let's say, 30 seconds of just writing very good prompts. And boom, have an image that sells itself. And from this single picture we made, we have made plenty money, even though she didn't give me a commission. But I mean, we rise by leading others. Okay, so I said that just to show you that how can you leverage artificial intelligence in your business. I taught her how to use some of these tools to aid her business. And then let me show you something else. I'm showing you quite a lot of things today because this meeting will be pointless if you don't see how, if you don't know the how to's. I want to show you what is possible. All right, so hope you can see my screen right now. It's a bit slow, you can tell. Okay. All right, so my wife made a sketch, a very rough sketch, rough, ugly sketch. Something just came to her mind and she is, can you see my screen? Okay. A very rough sketch of something, and I decided to, okay, let's see how we can bring it to life. Let's make this realistic. Your sketches can now become realistic. You don't need to just leave them as sketches. And I did my work, and we got this beautiful image. Okay, you can see that the platform I used to create this is called Gemini Nano Banana. It is crazy. One of the best image generation tool out there right now. One of the best. And from this rough looking sketch to this very beautiful, realistic image that shows you the fashion, the clothing, even the colors, the pants, and it gives us a very nice background. Okay, so this is a very, very interesting thing to do with artificial intelligence to assist your business. So if you are here, Pippen, was it Pippen or no? Those I can't remember who said so. That you don't even need to get models. You don't need to get models to model your clothes for you. You can use AI to generate realistic models that will sell itself, that will sell your product. I will show you another one. I can, as a fashion designer, you can swap fashion items. You can swap the clothes of, you can put your work on someone else. You can put your work on a different person and it will look very realistic. Okay, so these things are proven and tested, and you can do it yourself. You can start today. Sharing my screen now. So we got this person's image, and then we swapped out. We put a dress that my wife made, and we superimposed it on the person. And when we showed it to her, she could not believe it. She thought, when did I wear these clothes? Okay, so you can see the difference. You can see this, the magic that's going right now. You can swap the instance. I've saved myself a lot of stress looking for models, looking for who to to use as my model to make my business grow. You can create this with artificial intelligence. These are tools. These tools are available for you to become more productive, to sell more, make more sales. All right. This is a pattern that I'm sharing on that image right now. Apologies for the network glitch. Today we had network showed us shaggy today. Serious shaggy. I'm waiting for the AI that will fix that problem for us. Network showed us serious shaggy today. So apologies for the previous breaks that we had in the last sessions. All right. So this is a pattern that. All right. So this is a pattern, Ashoke pattern that my wife is using to make her Ashoke outfits. Right. And I thought about it. How else can we utilize this? How can we make this realistic instead of sewing this and then taking pictures? How can we bring this to life? So I did my work and we came up with this very beautiful couple. This image you're looking at is 100% generated with AI. I think that image is loading shortly, thanks to network. Network is not letting you see the image. Can you see it? Tell me what you can see right now so I don't know how to. Okay, it's showing now. Is it showing now? Okay. What can you see? Okay. So there's still a network glitch. I'm showing right now, I'm displaying a different image. So just to, I think sharing screen is dragging the bandwidth is not strong enough. Okay, so you can see the snippet of what I'm showing right now. So see the how the actual material that we created and how we transposed it into this couple. So now if you have a material, you are a fashion designer, if you have an outfit, you can show us the realistic end product, the finished product of your outfit without having even completed the clothes at all by giving us a nice visuals like this. Okay, so these are some of the opportunities available to you in this industry. If I create it, I have other ones I will have showed you, but to save time and because of network issues, I'll just pause there. So some of the things that you can create as a as someone wants to adopt AI right now, if you can, one challenge that I had, right, and I know many people had that challenge, is memorizing things, memorizing say, Bible verses, memorizing scriptures. It was a challenge, right? And you need to be able to memorize scriptures. You need to be able to speak God's word, right? Know it in your heart. And it's a challenge when you find it difficult to memorize things. And I am a builder. I love creating things. I love thinking of innovative ideas. My friends know me for this. I love just thinking and thinking and thinking of how else can we solve this problem. My motto is this: I solve problems. I like seeing problems, and I think of what ways, how can technology solve this problem? How can I create a solution for this problem? And I was thinking, what can we do? What can we do? Is there a way we can make it easy for people to memorize things? And I had an idea years ago. In fact, I wrote a full, because I'm also a filmmaker as a side hustle. When tech came, I had to leave that one for you. I'm also a filmmaker. I had a complete film about this particular problem. Okay? What was that? How can you memorize things faster? I realized that if you can put words into melody, into music, you tend to remember it faster, you remember it longer. If I play a song you've not heard in 20 years, and start playing it now, you won't know where the lyrics is coming from, but you know the lyrics word for word. I've experienced that a lot of times, right? So can we adopt that same solution in solving this problem? So I decided that I'm going to solve this problem. I built a platform with AI that does this. It converts Bible verses into songs. It converts Bible verses into songs. Songs that you can play and listen. I'll play two for you right now so that you will see what. Okay. So you see what I'm talking about. Okay, it's 11 labs. All right. So what I've done is I've combined several tools, several AI platforms to generate this solution. So these AI tools that you are going to be using, you can use different AI tools and they can work together as one agent. So we call them AI agents. AI agents are tools, AI tools and platforms that automate certain work for you without you having to do anything. All you just need to do is set the parameters, and then your AI agent is going to go into operation. For example, I have an AI agent that I've built that posts on LinkedIn for me. There are times that I'm too lazy to write my own posts. If you know very well, I do a lot of writing on my YouTube, on my Facebook page. I have tons of writings that I've done. But as work is choking you, the time to write becomes reduced. But at the same time, you need to stay very relevant. You need to be very active on your social media platforms, especially if you're a career person. You need to be active. People need to see you, see your work, hear from you. So I built an AI agent that does what? It posts for me on LinkedIn. It gets the post. It goes on the internet, gathers relevant posts about a particular industry I want or a particular sector. It writes the post, generates the image, schedules the post, and posts it for me without me having to do anything. I have set this and it is running automatically. I post Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This is a solution that you can deploy for your business. If your business requires you or your work requires you to show up, to interact with people, to create content, you can deploy this as a solution to fix this problem for you. It saves you time, energy, resources, and is very, very accurate and very, very precise in its generation. Okay? All right. This is shouting. I should calm down. So they calm down. So they calm. All right. So this is the solution. You can create an AI agent that can post for you on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, on your Instagram, generate content for you. This is a possibility right now. Let me show you what I did with the song creation from scriptures. Share my screen right now. I need you to hear on YouTube if they can hear the audio down to play right now. I want you to be confirm on YouTube they can hear the audio. I'll stop right now. Let me stop and share again. Okay. All right. So I wanted to test. I have built it. I wanted to test it and see how it works. Now, the way I built this is that every morning, this solution I've created for myself, because I feel like a problem for me. This solution I've created, it will send this song to me on my WhatsApp every morning at 7 a.m. So I have programmed it. And how did I do it? Just writing prompts. Just writing prompts. And a little, I'll share some of the tools I used so that this is not a platform to show you how to do it. If you want to learn how to do it, Mr. Tosin will educate you more on how you can learn of those things. Maybe there are other sessions where we can do that. But today is not a day for teaching you how to get it done. It's to excite you by showing you what is possible and what you need to start doing today. So this is a problem I had, and I found a good solution. Convert this Bible verse for me into a song, and let me hear the song. So I converted this John 3:16 into a song in Afrobeat. I told it, use Afrobeat. Don't laugh, this might sound a bit cheesy, but hear it out. Let me know if you can hear. Can you hear? Can you hear the song? Yeah, can you hear? Please, can you hear the song I'm playing?
Yes, we can hear.
You can hear the song? Amazing. All right. I want you to vibe to the song I created. John 3:16. Vibe to it. If I enter studio with this song now, I don't blow. If I enter studio.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Have everlasting life.
Okay, so that's the first song. Now, this might sound funny, but 5 years ago, 6 years ago, this was not possible. I should record me. Okay. This was not possible. And thanks to artificial intelligence, all those ideas I used to have that I can create something like this, now they are possible, they are within my grasp, and you can do it as well. This is a solution that can help somebody out there who might be struggling with memorization, and this is going to. Can you play that again? Okay, let me play the second one. So I made 2 songs. So this first one, John 3:16, I used the lyrics, the words of the Bible verbatim, word for word, no addition. So it generated that song. But this other one, John 1:1, I told it to be free with how it generates the song. So let me play that for you. Then we'll go back to John 3:16.
Spoken
I hope you can hear
softly.
me.
In the beginning, there was the Word. In the dawn, before the dawn of time, echoed a promise in majestic
Ready,
rhyme.
song.
The Word was there in perfect unity, with the light of love's divinity. Hope unfading, hope unbroken,
AI
words
generated
alive
song, right?
forever
AI generated
spoken.
song.
In the beginning was the Word, with God forever undetailed. And the Word was God, our hearts proclaim eternal glory to His name. Through the ages, through every trial, His voice has guided every mile. He spoke the stars into the night, and in His light we find our sight.
Okay, let me stop there. So every morning, my goal is to program this so that every morning it sends me a new song that I can imagine me singing that song throughout the whole day, and I'm vibing to it. As it might look like a trivial thing, but that song I will never forget it. Never. H factor. I will never forget that song. Right? So you can create children's song from scriptures. You can use this technology to create songs from the Bible and teach your kids, right? So instead of depending on media that will give you songs, you can create your own right now and teach your children. Okay. Something else, excuse me. So how do you make money? Now I've made this thing now, I've built this, right? How do you make money from this? I can decide to package this as a solution, put a login on this, login and password, create your account, and sell a subscription to you. I will package this and sell a subscription to you. Every month, pay me 10,000 naira for you to use my platform. And you will not be able to, after your business has ended, I lock you out until you pay me all that money. I don't need to build this again. I've built it once. I just need to keep on making it better and adding other features to it. Do you get? So is this a possibility? It is already available. I can sell this as a solution, and I'm going to do that. And make sure you patronize me when I do that. Okay. So this is possible for your children church operations. For example, you can create custom songs for your church, right? For your children to sing, for yourself, just to understand the word more. A moral part of this, a moral side of this is this now. How else can we deploy this technology, this solution? Is it possible for a lazy student in school that does not want to read? Can you convert his chemistry textbook into a song? Into a song with several verses? Can you convert all the physics formula, all the formula in physics? Can you convert everything into a song that in exam hall is just bouncing his head, but the guy is singing your song and writing down formula and passing exams? That is a use case somebody will use to deploy this solution. The moral side of that conversation, I don't know, but a solution has been built that solves the problem. How the users intend to use it is up to them. All right. So let me stop sharing my screen now. So these are some of the ways that you can deploy the use of AI in building in making yourself productive. All right, making yourself productive. Now, for you content writers out there, script writers, excuse me, let me close this, share my screen again. Like I said, I'll be sharing my screen a lot today. I'll show you something else. Where is it? Where are you? Yes, no, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. Yeah, it's here. Okay, for you script writers out there, you want to write scripts. I am a script writer myself. I write scripts. So I have built another solution using AI by just writing prompts. Now, I'm not saying that I'm using any technical, by just writing prompts. What I have built right now, I see right now, is a script writing solution that I built. So you want to write content for your film, for your TV series, for your programs, for your videos, you can use my platform and write scripts. All right. Now, there are different ways you can deploy this solution. You can either start with AI. So an AI will write your script. All you have to do is explain the story to your, you can put your title, enter your name as the author, what type of film is it? Is it a feature film, short film, TV pilot, or then describe the story you want to write. Describe it here, and then you generate it, and it generates you a story. You can start from scratch. You can upload your own scripts, and it formats your script in Hollywood standard. There's a Hollywood standard of writing scripts. It formats your script like that. Okay? 5 years ago, you had to use paid platforms like Celltext and the Final Draft to write your own scripts, your own platform. You have to pay subscription to use them. But right now, I have built my own. I can write my script right here and export it. Not only that, I have now added an extra function to this solution. After you have written your script, this my AI-powered solution will break down your script. It will tell you all the characters. It will tell you the locations that you can use. To tell you all the props. Props are items that actors use on stage, like your phone, your car keys, your table, your chairs. It tells you what you need in that scene. It tells you all the costumes that your cast can wear per scene. Your cinematographer, it tells you the angle they can shoot from. For your the lighting, it tells you what kind of light you can use for that scene. So this is a full production suite I have created, and I can sell this as a solution to filmmakers out there. We have many content creators now. You have many filmmakers. I can sell to them everything you need. All your crew members, they can use my solution. You can upload your script here, and my AI platform that I've built is going to break it down into all the different crew members' roles and responsibilities. This is also very possible right now. You are doing it right now. I've built it, or I'm still building it. I'm still perfecting it, and it's working, right? So there's so much more you can do. So what I want to ask you is this: what industry do you function in? What solutions can you? Please, if my time is over, please let me know. I can't see my. I'm not checking my WhatsApp right now. Please just notify me, please, once my time is up. Okay. So what solutions can you create? Is there anything that in your industry right now where you function? In your industry right now where you function, you are a content creator. Remember, I said I'm focusing my talk on content on people in the creative sector, tech sector, in the tech industry. As a tech person, I'm a product designer. I cannot use AI to build and design a full-fledged application. So what you have given me, let's say, weeks to do, I can do everything under 10 minutes by crafting a very good prompt, right? Under 10 minutes, I can design an entire application, an entire website, an entire e-commerce platform under 10 minutes, and it will get it perfectly. You only need to make some adjustment, change the font, change the color, but you have a fully functioning application that you can actually deploy. Now, before now, You needed to be able to write code before you can build the website. You needed to be able to write code. But AI has made it very, very easy that you don't need to be able to write code. All you need to do is write a prompt, and the system generates a functioning solution for you. So if you don't have a website right now, you don't have a website, you have no excuse, because there are technology available for you to build your own website by yourself. Now, you might need assistance in other areas, like maybe deploying your website, getting a domain name, but the actual site itself, you can do it yourself right now. So that gap that was there has been removed. Everybody has a level playing field now. Then we always say something that AI can replace you, AI can replace you. Actually, it's not true. AI cannot replace humans. However, a human that is using AI is the person that will replace the one that is not using AI. Do you get that? And I am saying this because I myself, I have replaced some people. Oh yes, I have replaced some people already because I am well equipped with AI skills. I have replaced people. I have replaced some roles that naturally would not have happened. I've replaced them. Okay, so don't be replaced. Write it down. I will not be replaced. So, how can you leverage AI in your sector, in your industry, in your field? For people that write code, for engineers, front end, back end, you have the tools. We have the tools that can do that for you right now efficiently. That you will do minimal work, you do less work. So these solutions are now available. So what excuse do you have? Don't sit there and watch the world go ahead of you. You must catch up. And quite frankly, the world has gone very far. You need to catch up very quickly before a new thing comes and you are still trying to catch up with the old one. Catch up on time. There are people that are still struggling to catch up with the internet, with social media. They are struggling to catch up. Now AI has come. Before the next thing comes, you'll be left behind. Don't get left behind. You owe yourself a word of good to leverage what is working for others. I have shown you practical examples. There are so many use cases I can share with you, but time won't allow us. There are too many tools out there that you can deploy to make yourself more productive. Right now, I'm exploring other industries because I can now build solutions for them. Because I can now build a full website right now with AI without having to code. I can build it right now. I can sell my skills. I can sell these websites to people. I can make money from there. So the bottom line is this. It's not just to make something fancy. I showed you an image that I generated using my wife's fashion. And because of that, we made money from it. It's not just to make something nice. How can you sell it? What value can you provide? Did you guys see this video that was trending some years ago about, not some weeks ago? It was everywhere on YouTube. They converted Bible stories into realistic videos. They showed Moses crossing the Red Sea. They showed Jonah in the belly of the fish. They showed things that you read from the Bible that were abstract, that you were using your imagination to visualize it. Right now, these videos are online. People have created, when Jesus fed 5,000 people, they've made a video of how it happened. The 5,000 people, the fish multiplying, Moses crossing the Red Sea. These videos are on the internet. People have made them with AI. So right now, not only can you just imagine it, you can actually watch it. You can watch it and learn from it. It makes the Bible more realistic when you can see it happen. Okay? The reason why this movie, Passion of the Christ by Mel Gibson, was so impactful is that over the years, we have read the account of Jesus, his suffering, his death, and resurrection. But no movie has actually captured it in its true essence as much as that movie, Passion of the Christ. That is why till today, people still reference that movie anytime it's Easter. Right? So it gives you a more visual story of the scriptures, it brings it to life. Daniel in lion's den. Many times you imagine it. How did it happen? The lions. You were just using your imagination. Right now, don't imagine it. You can watch it. Not only can you watch it, you listen to me right now, you can do it. You can do it. Just go and get the right tool, learn it, and start doing something. So my final word for you before I hand over my microphone, I've overshot my time, is please, what are you going to start doing? In your specific industry where you function right now, what are you going to start doing? Please start doing something. Let this not just be information for information's sake. Start doing something with it. I've shared this with you to excite you. Now you are excited. Now, put your excitement into practical steps. Don't just be excited. Don't live here with the excitement alone. Put practical steps now and start doing something. To this end, and according to these words, I hope I did not bore you. I'm going to see you next time. Thank you very much, Mr. Tosin. I yield my mic right now.
The one you showed us on creating scripts, you were the one that built that one, right? So for people that are still, because I could remember you said a lot of things that it's so difficult to unpack in few minutes. You said, like, I could remember that like for instance, you said some people are still trying to catch up with the internet. They are still trying to catch up with social media. Not to now talk of artificial intelligence. That those kind of people need to move on fast. So the question I have is for people that doesn't even know where to start from. They don't have any background in tech. They don't even know how to use the internet very well. But by chance, they are on this call listening to us. Where can those kind of people start from? And then the script stuff. Were you the one that built that one? So tell us about it. And then the way you use 11 labs. I use 11 labs too, but the way you use 11 labs is just it blew my mind, to be honest. I've been using it in a very, very small niche, but you just took it to a new level, creating John 3:16 Applebee's. That's crazy. Who does that? So just enlighten us.
Okay. First things first, for everyone that you do not have a background in technology, first, you don't need to have a background before you can venture into tech, before you can venture into use of artificial intelligence to build solutions. Number one, what exactly do you want to do with it? Do you want to learn for learning's sake? Do you have a solution in mind that you think you can create, you can venture into? What solution do you want to build? For me, everything I showed you were solution-based. Okay? I'm a script writer, so I saw the need for me to build something in that industry, and I built it. And yes, to your question, yes, I built the entire thing. So it's not, I used a platform called Lovable to build that entire script writing software. Right. So that's what I did. Everybody listening right now, if there's anything I want you to go and learn, your first learning assignment is go and learn how to write very good prompts. Everything I showed you today was a result of me writing prompts. A prompt is an instruction you give to your AI platform to create what you want it to create. Okay? It is what you tell it to do. And if you are giving an instruction to somebody, how clear your instructions are determines the output or the result you are going to get. So you need to learn how to craft very detailed prompts that can get you the right answers that you need. So that is the first thing I'll ask you to go and learn. If what you want to build is in that area, as a fashion designer, for example, you don't need to have any crazy skill before you can do what I did with the pictures that I saw. If you're going to do that, you can create videos with AI. You can create, I can show you right now. I did a video of a runway show. of different different models in a fashion exhibition in Paris on a runway. There were white people there sitting down on the left and right, and people were okay. I'm coming. People were walking with clothes my wife made. So I put the clothes on them, and they are walking. Just write a prompt and see the magic happen. I think I used Sora, S-O-R-A, to build that one. S-O-R-A, Sora. So, so this is one of the you don't need a very technical mind to be able to do that. It's very accessible to everybody. Just understand it by going to learn the basics of writing a very good prompt. That is one. Secondly, please be curious. Be very curious. Curiosity is what has led me to where I am today. Curiosity. I am very curious. If I see something new, I want to know how it's done. Even if I have no skill in that area, even if I have no understanding about that sector, I want to understand how can I build solutions for you guys. I am that curious. I'm always on my YouTube watching videos. So we invest a lot of time, resources, and data. I keep saying this thing. Let it never be said in your life that data finished on your phone. It should be a sin, a crime in Nigeria that data finish on your phone. It should be a punishable offense because data is the very lifeblood that keeps you informed. And in the immortal words of Lai, info, you need to be well informed. So I consume a lot of information from YouTube. Everything I'm doing today, I learned on YouTube. Everything I'm doing right now in AI space, in the tech space, I learned from YouTube. The same YouTube you have, sit with it and learn. So you don't, though there is no, okay, so there is no barrier to entry. The barrier has been removed. The gate has been opened. Go and win, go and prosper. Okay? All right. Thank you, Zatosi. I hope I answered your question. Zatosi, moderator.
Yes, Mr. Soji, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You said something profound like we should be curious. And that's just the secret. And that's one of the things I learned from you. Anytime anything new happens, just sit with it. Forget about the noise that is happening out there. Forget about the wish that people are saying. Sit with it. What is it? How can this thing make room for me? How can this thing make way for me? You know, one day, just the main theme of this event is God, man, and AI. One day I was praying, and an idea was dropping in my mind. I'm not going to share it, but it was a powerful idea. Because we are all Christian here, right? We're all Christian, so I expect everybody to know about the sad event of Charlie Kirk. You know, the event I dwelled on the event a lot, and one of these I saw that okay, this guy has done a lot of work within a very very short time. That his death is now reviving for people to listen to him. But the most important thing that struck me was his children. I'll be like, how will his children cope? That means the children will grow up in a world without their father. But I can boldly announce to you that artificial intelligence can solve that problem. I'm going to leave you to go and think about it. Me, I've thought about it. I've documented it. Artificial intelligence is a leveler. Artificial intelligence can make you eternal. So there's a solution, just like Soji was talking about. So there's a solution whereby you can use artificial intelligence to immortalize. Somebody has spoken about parenting. I couldn't come up after she spoke. Somebody has spoken about parenting, different dimensions she has spoken. Another dimension of you can use artificial intelligence. You can use artificial intelligence to parent your children, even in your death. I'm not going to go into details. We are people of the spirit. We are people of inspiration. So artificial intelligence, it's more like if you can partner with God, do with it, you can do a lot. You can do a lot with it. So don't limit your mind. Just like I said, it is a I used to be very angry when I hear someone say data finished on your phone. Why would data finish? Are you even normal? We see people, you don't have a, you are still using a touchline. You are still using a phone that cannot access internet in this time and age, and you are saying the devil is on your case. Yeah, the devil has not even started with you yet. Why will you, the first, as an I hold this as an adult, the first investment anybody should give you is a system and a good phone. Because the time and age that we are right now, it is a crime not to have those devices. And if you're in Nigeria, you need to find a way to ensure that the light problem in Nigeria is no longer your problem, whatever you have to do. Whatever you have to do. I'm told that there's a lot of questions on YouTube, and I'm going to be inviting the moderator to Mr. Sojimi, and you still have unfinished business. Just hang around. I still have plenty of questions for you. So I'm going to be calling on the moderator to walk through the questions people are asking on YouTube with Mr. Soji. So Mr. Soji, we're going to need you to be perpetually on the screen. They will be reading the question to you. You'll be answering it. Hope you are cool with that. All right. The moderator, I'm waiting for you to come up. And then while waiting for the moderator to come up, I can remember those times in the beginning of your session, you were saying idea for no execution. That's what we used to make fun of him that time, because he's always having ideas. He's always having ideas, but it's just ideas, no execution. As he was talking, I just realized that life is time and season. Time and season. The Bible says time and season happening to them up. Now, all the ideas he have those years, he's executing them. Because the guy will just sit down with Soji for 5 minutes. He will kill you with ideas. He's always having ideas. But I'm glad now that artificial intelligence is giving you the time and chance that you have been waiting for. Because Mr. Soji is an interesting person you should connect with. We're going to share his social media. He's an interesting person to connect because there was a season of his life that for 6 years, my guy was jobless. For 6 years, he couldn't find a job. And within the last 3 years, he's declining jobs now. And that's the power of keying to time and season. And one thing I always, if anybody have been accusing you that you are lazy, this is your time. Artificial intelligence, you can get away with laziness, in as much you are not mentally lazy. But if people say you're complaining about you that you are lazy, in as much you are not mentally lazy, you are not lazy with curiosity, you are not lazy with trying stuff out in your mind, you can get away with it. So,
okay. So before I proceed, everybody, guys, I am not an expert in AI. I am a curious enthusiast like everyone else. Just that my curiosity has led me to some frontiers that I never knew were possible. Okay, so in case I refer you to where you can get answer to your question, please don't be offended. I'm also a learner. If I have piles of things I want to also educate myself on. All right, so let me start from the last question. We say, how can I use AI to build a faceless YouTube channel, sir? Okay. Excuse me, Sims. It's not only oops, I have a call. Mrs. Okay. My video. To build the perfect solution, you need tools together. For example, this faceless, for those ones, you will need more than two of such platforms. First of all, the script. You need to use maybe ChatGPT to write the script. Then you use 11 Labs to get the audio of the script, and then use a different platform, forgot the name now, to do the video, to generate a video from that script. Then put it together, and then you put it on your YouTube channel. So it's not just one tool you use. I know of 11 Labs, I know of ChatGPT. Those two tools are very critical. The last one that now converts them into a video, I do not remember. But please stick around. I'll find it and let you know. So Rodiat Adetoro, stick around. I'll let you know that. Next question. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. What I selling? Okay, you sell used baby items. Okay, if I can interpret your question correctly, it's not well framed. You sell baby items. So how can you generate videos with it or adverts with it? If that's what you mean. If Pippen is coming up, Pippen is our marketing guy. Pippen will demystify marketing for you and all the amazing things you can do with AI in this terrain of marketing, in the terrain of social media. Pippen is your guy. But I have built product advertisements. I can't show you right now because I have to find it where it is. I have built product adverts using artificial intelligence. Where is it? I can't show you right now because of the location where it is. So I've built some advertisement using video adverts with AI, with Sora, and all you have to do is to write a prompt. Now, for you now that is selling baby items, if you have a brand, if you have an item that you want to sell, you can take a picture of that item, snap your product. Let's say you're selling baby diapers, for example. You're selling diapers. You can take a picture of your diaper and put it into a platform called Sora and write a prompt. Maybe show a baby wearing this diaper. Show a baby wearing this diaper and crawling to his mother. That prompt alone, the AI, the Sora, will now generate a video for you with your specific prompts. Is that clear? So that is a way you can use. Okay, if I can, okay, can I share this? Okay, let's see if I can share what I did with Sora here. I did something similar with Sora. Let me share my screen. I hope you can get it. Okay, yes, we can. All right, guys, just check your screen. Check your screen. Check your screen. Okay, now this is Sora. I built this. I did this advertisement. So let me put this. So this design here is a flyer for the business logo. What do you call it? For a product, the food packaging for a product. Okay, sorry, there's a glitch, there's a lag in the video. So let me wait for okay. Okay, so if you can check the prompt here, under the prompt here, the prompt is generate a promotional video for a food brand. Generate a promotional video for a food brand. Now, this is a very, very basic prompt. I did not add any detail to it. So the output may not be as nice as you expect. But this is a very basic prompt. If I want more detailed prompt, then I will get better results. So this food packaging here is an advertisement that you can crop out and put on your social media to market your products. This is another one that I did. Okay, so this is like a chef restaurant. I didn't specify anything. I didn't specify the color of the person, the location, type of food. I didn't specify it. I just told it generate a promotional video for a food brand and see how realistic it is. Okay, though it can get better, but you get my flow, right? You get my drift. So these are some of the things that how you can use Sora for promotional adverts for your business. If you sell, let's say you are a you have a bakery, you sell confectionery, you sell cake, you can, and you have a brand, you can package your goods and market it and write a prompt that puts your products in very interesting scenarios. You can write a prompt that says that put my cupcake in the hands of the US president and is enjoying it, something like that, and it generates the video for you, and it's been nice and clean. Okay, so the possibilities, the scenarios, the use cases are endless. So it's up to your how far you can think and how creative you can get. It's all in your hands. All right, so let's go to the next one. All these platforms for writing video, etc. you mentioned. Are they free? Yes, some of these platforms give you free trials. They give you free trials. Then once your trial is ended, you can now start paying. With those free trials, you can do very, very interesting things. The free trials will even motivate you to want to pay for those platforms. The free trials, you want to encourage you to pay for the platform, because with free trials, you are going to be able to use those platforms extensively. Do you get? So please, let us try them out. They are free, and there are some that are very free and some that you have to pay for. So but of course, anything that is paid for, you get more value for it, you get more credits, you call them credits. You get more value and more, you can do much more with it. If you are using free ChatGPT and paid ChatGPT, you can tell the difference between the two. I generate a lot of images. I generate icons. Now, as a designer, as a product designer, we deal with icons a lot. And one of the trending design trend right now is using 3D icons. And before now, you have to get somebody that knows how to do 3D designs to do it for you. And they're expensive. There are platforms on that sell 3D assets, and they're expensive. They'll tell you to bring $200 for subscription. But right now, the exact same things you can do that we normally used to pay for, right now, I can generate this for you with my AI tools. Let me show you a list, or let me show you a very, very quick view of all the things I generated with images. Let me show it to you. So this is my library. It's coming up shortly. Just hold on. Apologies for the delay. Let me just round this up now. So these are images. Now you can do flyers. You can do flyers right now. It's AI. Okay. You can write a prompt and generate a flyer with it. I did some very nice flyers that are mind-blowing. So these icons, these images you are looking at right now, these icons that we use for products, all these icons were generated with AI. All the images you are seeing, all the, I mean, possibilities are just limitless. You can do it. And this is, I use paid AI, paid ChatGPT to build this, the paid one, not the free one. You can't do all this with the free one. It gives you, you are limited by what you can do. All right. So you can build 3D illustrations. You can build 2D illustrations, diagrams, images. You can do, like, your creativity is your limits. What can you imagine? What can you create? I can do logos with it. I can do crazy things that normally I'll have paid a lot of money for. I can do everything right now through use of artificial intelligence. All right. So this has made my work 10 times faster, my output 10 times better. I have built an entire mobile app using just AI. an entire mobile app, design now. I designed it using AI, and I gave the client, and they paid me. They paid me well for. They paid me well for it. Now they don't know that's what I did, right? But as long as work came out well and you're happy, then that's that. Last question before I hand over. How one monetize the script writing, sir? Can you help with platforms from YouTube? Monetizing script writing. Do you mean how do you sell your scripts? Okay. I'll round up now because of our time. You can push the questions to later. I'll answer them later, so that our last speaker can come up to give us his session. So, should I introduce the next speaker, or okay, Satosin, over to you, sir. Bring up our next speaker, please. Everybody, before I go, please open your notes. The next person coming, please. Anything marketing, anything social media, anything sales. No matter how this question you're asking me about AI and script writing and how do you, the next person coming after me now, please. Anything sales, anything social media, making money is your guy. Hold his neck. All right.
We're going to be playing the show video, and I'm going to be saying very brief thing about him. He's an unassuming guy. When you see him, he's somebody that just by seeing him, you may not want to say, but this guy, he has helped a lot of people. And I can say hands-on, me making money online, I credit it to people. He's a very, very gentle guy. He doesn't talk much, but he knows what he's doing. The first time I realized this guy knows what he's doing. Of course, I've always known that I know what he's doing, but it cemented it for me. You know, I think everybody talking, I know everybody on first-hand basis. So we went for a wedding of one of our friends. So we stayed in his house like a day to the wedding. So I saw his notes, and somehow I just flipped through his notes, and the things I saw in the notes just blew my mind. And one of the easiest way to know a person is just the things they've wrote, their journal, things like that. Of course, depend on the proximity of relationship. It's not ideal to just be open to something. But I was privileged to see his note that day, and I was like, he just cemented something about him in my heart. It's just like this guy, he knows what he's doing. I'm going to say something that is not in his profile that we're going to be reading right now. When he finished school, the first job he did that job. He worked in a pharmacy. He finished in microbiology. He worked in a pharmacy for 1 year. Was earning 30K per month for a whole year. And he took a bold step after that 1 year that he was going social media full throttle. You know, his uncle, out of concern, they advised him against it, like, social media is not sure, it's volatile, but he did it. Let me tell you, his first client, his first client paid him 2,000 naira a month. That was his first client. And right now, this guy has done amazing things beyond word, amazing things, like crazy things, just sticking out by faith, going full throttle on social media. I'm telling you this because he's a gentle guy. He might not as expressive as Mr. Soji, so don't despise anything he has to say. Engage him, ask him questions. I'm saying it again. Even a lot of people you have listened to on this call, it is people. No, the guy is gentle. He's a silent achiever. A lot of us. My first webinar, it was people that encouraged me. Said, "Listen, do it." He said, even if it's one person that will listen to you, he said, "Do it." And he cited an example, and it was a booster of faith for me that day. And anytime I'm facing a challenge online things, I just run to his team. Like he just give me. He has given me a lot of book recommendations, websites. So I'm saying all this because he's the guy. He has been making money online since 2019, even before COVID. During COVID skyrocketed his business to like 10 times. And this is not exaggeration. So I'm saying this, listen to him. There are people that are they don't they are not some people don't shout, but the stuff they did. So we don't need to play any video. PPN, I know you're already there. Just come up. We are eager to receive everything you have to share for us. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Adeniyi Adekunle. They call me Adekunle PPN. I would like to apologize for all the issues, especially to the organizers of the program and everybody at large. I sincerely apologize. I sincerely apologize. So let's take it one by one. I would not be taking your time. So today I just want to talk about the language of AI. Did you understand? My previous speaker spoke about, he said something. He said you should go and master prompts if you want to master social media. Sorry, if you want to master AI. Sorry, social media is coming up because I work a lot on social media. So if you don't understand prompts, you will not be able to effectively use AI. Did you understand? My introduction to prompts came when I was talking with one of my guys. So he also has a forex trading academy, and he said that last week I sacked all my marketing team. I was like, why? Why did you do that? He told me that because I noticed that I can use ChatGPT for everything they are doing. Did you get it? So it arose my curiosity about using ChatGPT. Did you get it? So I now went to do some research and I came to understand that if you understand prompts, so you are going to do really, really amazing things, even if you can write prompts. So my goal today is to teach you how to write prompts with ChatGPT. Either because I started with ChatGPT, I moved to Gemini, then Grok. Did you get it? Even if you want to create designs, some basic templates, you can still use ChatGPT to do it to some extent. Did you understand? Even if it's the free version you want to use. Now, the problem many people face when they want to start writing prompts is that, there is a language model called Gigo, give in, give out, garbage in, garbage out. It means that it's whatever you give ChatGPT, that ChatGPT is going to give to you. You get it? If you write amazing prompts, you are going to get amazing prompt on ChatGPT. And if you write watery prompts, you are going to get watery results on ChatGPT. So now, before I go to the practical aspect, let me just give you some example of how ChatGPT has been able to, don't let me say ChatGPT, AI has been able to help me to do amazing job. Recently, I got a gig to work with a cybersecurity person. So, and the truth is that looking at it, I did not really have understanding of cybersecurity. But being able to leverage on AI, I was able to do amazing job for the person, and that even came with a lot of like recommendations and applause. So now, when you want to write prompts, the best thing is that don't write prompts as if you are talking to a machine. Write prompts as if you are talking with a human being. Did you get it? Don't write short prompt, as it were. Make it a bit explanatory, because the well detailed you are, the better the result you are going to get. Did you get me? So because I see a lot of people, let's say, for example, now I'm a social media manager, I just got a gig to work with a fashion brand, and I want to come up with a 30 days content calendar for them. For the brand, if I go to ChatGPT and write something like create a 30 days content calendar for a fashion brand, you are going to get vague answers. Did you understand? But if you ensure that you write your prompt in such a way that write your prompt as if you are a master in the field. Did you get it? The previous speaker said something that using ChatGPT doesn't mean you are you don't know what you're doing, but that's your expertise. Leverage it on ChatGPT and use it to have multiple results. Did you get it? For example, there was a point that I had content writers that were writing for me, but it got to a point that I discovered that if on a weekend like this, for example, on a weekend, I get a good place where I work, open my system, and trust me, sometimes, let's say last Saturday of the month, I can create all the content for all the brands I'm managing because I just use prompts. I've gotten to the point that now I have I have a prompt bank. Did you get it? That now, if I want to do certain things, I just need to go through my prompt bank and tweak, and then I get the results. Did you get it? So it is not once, especially those of you here that are content writer, you're social media manager, you're graphic designer. Now I have prompt for generating images that I use for brand, and even when I use it, because somebody was asking question about how can I build a faceless brand. What I would suggest is have a prompt bank. Did you get it? Because recently I had to work with someone. The person is she's a top executive in her field. She wanted to build a brand, but she didn't want to build a face behind the brand because it's against their work policy that while you are working, you cannot do certain activities on social media. But she wants to build a brand to reach out to university students. What I did was that I came up with an AI influencer, a student. I wrote the prompt, a student, a female, definitely. So a student, and I was able to, first of all, I went to Grok, I gave it the prompt. So Grok generated like a female student influencer for me. When I did that, I now told Grok to help me create in different attires. Did you get it? So school attire when she's in front of the school. And one thing now about image generation is that when image generation first started, it was kind of vague. That it was not that relatable. Did you understand? But due to latest update and everything, I can write a prompt that will generate a student. Like the last one I did was Unilag student, a Unilag student. So, and I told it, okay, kindly help me position this lady to be standing in front of one of the lecturers at Unilag, and I got my results. Did you understand? So it is not. It doesn't have to be. AI has made a lot of things very easy now. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. So just like as I was saying, so you can use, once you have a prompt, I was talking about faceless brand. So you can come up with, I don't know what you want to do. First of all, come up with an AI influencer or something like that. Something that, an image that you can replicate many times in many attires. Because if you follow a lot of things on social media, there is this AI model. The person came up, developed an AI model. The model is always writing music, and recently the AI music writer got a recording deal worth over $2 million, is it $2 or $3 million with one of the recording firms in the US. So that's what you can do with AI if you know how to do it. And in fact, before you even get to the point of doing paid paying those tools, even with the free version, trust me, you can go far, especially if you understand prompts. So just like I said, my goal is I just want to teach you how to write prompts, because if you know how to write prompts, even as soon as this meeting finishes, you can get on your ChatGPT and start writing prompts. And start writing prompts. Either you want to generate content and everything. And for the record, I think I've been using ChatGPT to write relatable content, because you have to understand that it is one thing to write content, it is another thing to write relatable content. Did you get it? It is one thing to write content, it's another thing to write relatable content. Because yes, AI is trending now, because recently I I was talking with, sometimes when you manage a page, there is always this WhatsApp group that they add you, that there will be the CEO, the next in command, and everything. The person she came up with the content. I said, you use a ChatGPT to write this content. She was like, how did you do it? I said, you see, you have to understand that, for example, as a social media manager or whatever, or a content writer, if you are writing for people outside Nigeria, and now I'm talking based from my experience, if you're writing for people outside Nigeria or you're working with people outside Nigeria, they will still they don't really blame you when they know that you use AI. But if you're working with Africans and Nigeria, oh, trust me, there is this we still have this subtle reaction against AI. Like, there is still, yes, it might not be spoken, but there is still this subtle reaction against AI. So now you want to use AI to write in such a way that a human being wrote it and it's relatable to human beings. That's what makes you an expert. Did you understand? Once you understand prompt engineering, you can navigate anything AI, whether AI for video generation, AI for images, AI for content creation. You can always do that. And one thing I'm going to do is that I will drop a couple of my pre-written prompts that you can just edit and use for whatever you want to use it for, because that's very important. So prompt engineering is everything. If you want to be able to navigate the AI space very well with prompts, I can, for example, now I'm able to let's say take on more brands with minimal support because I'm able to leverage on AI. What I just need to do is that, just like I said, in a weekend, I just need to sit down, come up with the prompts and write everything. I schedule 1 month content calendar. I write everything because I'm able to use AI to write prompts. Did you understand? So, and also you can, for example, just like, let's say a social media manager now. You're a social media manager or a content writer now. Using prompts will help you to be able to navigate a lot of audios. So that's very important. So you can always work with any AI tools, anyone. Once you can come up with a nice prompt. Did you understand? So let me give you one more shot. If I'll be able to share my screen, then if not, I will drop the training, just like I said. I will drop the link in the WhatsApp. We just ensure that you are in the WhatsApp group for the training. Within now and next week, I'm going to drop it. So I'll break everything down on prompt engineering, how you can write prompt to generate images, how you can write prompt for brands, and every other thing like that. So with that, you can always start from there and build from there. And another thing I would love to say is that, just like they say, curiosity, there are a lot of AI, can I say AI experts that are very free and generous with their knowledge. There are a couple of them on Facebook. Did you get it? So I follow these people back to back to be able to know everything, everything that is happening in the world of AI. Did you understand? So there are some people that are very generous with their updates. They will tell you, okay, this is the tool you can use now. This tool is a free tool. You can use it to do this. This tool is a free tool. You can use it to do this. So just ensure that you keep learning regularly. You keep updating yourself. You keep growing. You keep developing. So you'll be able to get better, and as your prompt improves, you see that your content, whatever you are writing, will also improve. Did you get it? So it is not a rocket science. Did you get it? It's not a rocket science. It's just that whatever you are doing, and also, for example, let's say you are a small business owner, you probably don't have big this thing to bring on a social media manager or a digital marketing expert. You can start from there. Just write the prompt and you'll be able to come up with prompt. And another thing is that, for example, until recently, I don't know, there's a particular recent update from Meta that didn't allow that. For example, as a social media manager, if you want to come up with a very relatable content for a brand, you can just go to their Instagram account, for example, copy the Instagram link and put it on ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to give you a full analysis of the brand. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised that it's going to give you comprehensive details about the brand. These are some of the things. These are some of the ways that I use AI to leverage on my work and do work better. So once you do that, you are going to, trust me, it will tell you everything about the brand, and it will even ask you that, do you want suggestion on how to improve the brand presence and also how to the kind of content you can come up with. So those are the things you can. And also, if you're a copywriter, for example, I'm also a Facebook ad specialist. One of the things I do, for example, let's say somebody wants to run an ad for a particular training. I can take the flyer of the training, take it to ChatGPT, then I'll tell ChatGPT that this is what I want to do. These are my target audience. This is the location I'm trying to target. Can you please can you please come up with 100 to 120 word copy to advertise this product on Facebook? Try it. You are going to be very surprised with the result it's going to give you. So those are the ways by which you can use AI, especially if you are for example, graphic designers, or let's say you are just coming up as a business. You don't have budget yet for graphic designer. Now, I'm not. Please understand me. I'm not using AI to disparage or discredit the works of the experts in the field. There will always be that touch, but you have to understand that there are some times that when you're just starting, you have to bootstrap. And trust me, if you want to do any design, if you want to model any design, just go to ChatGPT. Sorry, I don't know my devices. I had it in plan to show you all this thing. So just whatever design you want to model, take the design, take it to ChatGPT, then tell ChatGPT that you need prompts to generate the exact kind of this design. Trust me, it's going to give you. And now, for example, I started, just like I said, I started with ChatGPT because there was a point that I was like an expert in ChatGPT, that there is hardly anything as regards my work that I don't use ChatGPT to do. So, but now I'm now using Grok and Gemini. Gemini too is hot right now, like very hot. So just take this design, take it to ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT to give you the prompts, the detailed and well-explained prompts to generate the exact kind of this image. It's going to give you the prompt. Once it gives you the prompt, you can now edit the prompt to suit your taste, and then you can now take it to Grok or you take it to Gemini, and you have a better picture. I hope you understand. So just like I promised, just ensure that you are in the group for the training. Once you are in the group for the training, I'm going to drop. I will record the session, just like 20 to 30 minute session on all these things and other things you can use prompts to do, and then you are good to go. So ChatGPT AI definitely is here to stay. There's nothing we can do about that. I've seen a lot of people, they talked about okay, AI, we cannot, it's a lie. AI is here to stay. So it's only the wise one that will leverage on it to be able to do their work faster. Did you understand? So with AI as a social media manager, basically I'm addressing social media managers, content writers, graphic designer, and every other thing like that. You are going to do a lot of work. And one thing about AI is that you can do more now in less time. Did you get it? You can do more in less time. So you'll be able to do a lot. For example, when I first started 2020, 2021, it's there is this thing we call compounding when it comes to service-based business, in the sense that if you take more than you can handle, it can affect your output on the brands you are currently managing. Because, for example, let me take you back to 2020, 2021, where each brand, you have to sit down, write for each brand, write their caption for Mondays, write for Wednesday, write for Friday. excuse me, before you do that for 4 or 5 brands, you are already, excuse me, before you do that for 4 or 5 brands, you're already fagged out. But with AI, once you have your prompt, you can do as many as possible. And the truth is that at a point, I had to let go of all my content writers too, because there is actually no, like, what you are doing for me, I can use AI to do it. And it's not being mean or being kind. You could see that even big companies like Microsoft and other companies, they are what? They are letting a number of their staff go because they don't need them again. Why? AI can do their job even faster, even more. Did you get it? So whatever you are doing, I know a lot of people here, you want to be consistent on social media, you are struggling with consistency on social media, and let's say anytime you use ChatGPT to write prompts, it's people will know that you use AI. No, just work on your prompts. Once you work on your prompt, you are going to get fine results. Trust me. Nobody, like I've been working with people that have been using AI to write, and nobody, they can't even know that I use prompts to write. I use AI to write it. So once you make your prompt look like a human, you are going to get human results. That one is certain. You do get it. Once, just at times, and the most difficult aspect of this thing is writing prompts. Sometimes I write prompts that are up to 500, 1,000 words. Why? Because of the kind of result I want to get. Because I want to get a result that is relatable and people can easily now there are some brands that the prompt I've been using for like 4 or 5 months ago is still the same thing. I just bring up the prompt, put a different title, and then we are good to go. So I hope with this I've been able to pass the knowledge. I've been able to open your eyes, because that's actually my goal. I just want to lit a fire in you. Once I'm able to lit the fire about leveraging on AI to do whatever you are doing. Oh, also, this came to my mind now. Let's say you are a career person. You have your 9 to 5, and if you've been following since morning, you've discovered that everybody have been talking about that. You don't need to resign. You don't need to leave what you're doing to go and study AI. No, you are integrating AI into whatever you're doing. For example, let's say you have your 9 to 5 and you want to build your personal brand, because you have to. As I close now, I'll be closing in the next 4 to 5 minutes. Anytime I talk, I always, because it's always my driving vision. It's always my my passion to talk to people about borderlessness. And recently, I think they've tweaked it a bit to come to become permissionlessness. Did you get it? Because everything I started, just like Mr. Tosin said earlier, is just because I just I wanted the life of options. Did you get it? So now let's say you have your 9 to 5, which is fine, no problem. And you also want to build a brand on social media, because you have to understand that we are now in the age that your personal brand is more as important as anything. Did you get it? The first, even what I'm doing now, the opportunity that led me to it, that opened my eyes to it, I used my social media page to, it was like a turning point for me in, let's say, 2019. I applied for that program, and then they only asked us to submit our social media handle. That was all. Did you get it? So even before the era of social media management and everything came, I already had, like, should I say, a foreknowledge now, a foreknowledge in the sense that, in that program we applied through our social media handles, and luckily, no, don't let me use luckily. With God, I was chosen for the program, and in the program they brought content writers from Google, from Microsoft, from Finder, and from this big finance firm. And they told us, and they opened our eyes to social media management and everything. So now we are now in the age that even if you have a strong personal brand, you are an advantage to the company that employed you. And you've seen that now that even companies are now partnering with staffs that they know that they have a strong presence on social media. And if you look at it, you will discover that the CEOs of big companies that used to hide behind the scene before, now they are now coming out. People like Tony Elumelu and all the others, you see that they are now coming out, and then they are building their own brand on social media. This book that Mr. Otedola released not quite long ago, you could see that, look at how they are leveraging on social media to promote the book. So now let's say you are a busy person, you want to build your brand also, AI can help you. You do get it. You can also, since you have the expertise, just take your expertise to AI. AI will help you refine it and will even give you better suggestion. And then you can be able to post all through and without you even being on social media, and nobody will know. For example, if you're a social media manager, you know that we can use tools like business suits. You can use business suits to schedule 1 month post if you want to use it. If you know that, okay, for the next month, 1 month, I'll be busy, I may not be able to come online. You can use business suit to schedule your post for 1 month, which is amazing. So we are now in that age that you can be borderless, you can do multiple things, you can do a lot of things without, without you being limited, without one affecting the other. I hope with this little session of mine, you've been able to get one or two things, and you've been able to, your eyes have been open to writing prompts and social media in a new way. So I bring up the moderator now to take us on. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Kole. We appreciate you. So, like he said, he's going to prepare. He's going to prepare a short. He's going to prepare a short video or something. I'm going to share it in the group. So I want to use this opportunity to appreciate you. Listen to the end. That means you're really serious about this. You really mean business about this AI of a thing. So thank you for showing up. I hope you're able to get value for your time. I hope you're able to get value for your time. So people can share his social media and you can follow him. He's an intriguing guy and he knows what he's doing. And as he said, prompting is the key. If you can prompt very well, you are good to go. You can achieve almost anything with prompting. And what I will leave you with is become a native of AI, become an AI native. Like, familiarize yourself with the language of artificial intelligence, which is prompting. The ability to, just like you said, when you are talking to AI, you don't talk to it as if you are talking to a machine. You talk to it as if you are talking to a friend. You're talking to an assistant, you're talking to your sister, it can write a lot of things for you. So people used to feel like the output of AI is not yours. It's not doing as much as the one that wrote the prompt. You also own the output. So the output might be slightly more intelligent than the person that writes the prompt, but it doesn't matter. For you to be intelligent enough to tell it what you want it to do, it's all you need to. It's good enough. So I appreciate everyone that has taken their time, from the planning to the moderators, to the speakers, everybody. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for gracing this place, this event with your presence. So I am Ogiwero Tosin. I'm a writer. I'm heavy on artificial intelligence. I'm still learning. Those like all our speakers said, they're still. I try my best to learn something about artificial intelligence. There's even a newsletter that I follow that tell me improvement and advancement in major AI platforms, 11 Labs, ChatGPT, Claude, a lot of things. Weekly stuff. I read it to keep abreast with what's going on. So if you have questions, I believe you can enter my email or email me. This is a conversation we will keep going, and you will see more of this kind of initiative from this channel. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for showing up. Thank you, and we'll be signing up now.